And I'm live again. So, this is an end of the day vlog, double fasted vlog. So, this is an end of the day vlog update summarizing a full day of streaming and productivity. So, I'm in double fasted state and I'm getting ready to break my fast. What I mean by double fasted state, it means that I haven't eaten for more than 30 hours and I haven't slept for more than 30 hours. So I'm sleep fasted and food fasted. Which brings me to my next point. Those that have been paying attention to my channel, I've been decoding the matrix system. I've been decoding Hollywood movies, showing the hidden and playing with truth Hollywood movies. I've been teaching on the world system using pop culture movies. And from that angle or not, I've been teaching people the truth that the deep state want the masses eating a high sugar diet. See my Rambo, No California movie decode, Django Unchained decode, and other movies. You need to be aware of my Rambo channel curriculum as Mike Rambo, where if I want to do uh, higher quality movie commentary, I'll do it on Rambo. Okay. So this is an end of the day vlog, double faster training. The deep state want the masses eating a high sugar diet. This is sugar agenda. Why? Because sugar dumbs people down, it makes people weak, it lowers men's testosterone, it makes people easy to control and manage. Like Mr. Candy in the Django Unchained movie, there's work to keep the slaves under control, like the Matrix movie slaves. And his name is Candy, offers people white cake. This is a movie decode. There's other people do this, but I haven't seen anybody else do it the way that I do it. So I'm a decoder. I've decoded No Country for Me movie and Django Unchained. So let's summarize that. It's video to why I'm adding once the bonus rounds. Um, my decode film theory movie analysis, Mike's side decode, No Country for Me movie. Here's the hidden play with truth. Anton Chigurh symbolizes, represents the satanic power elite, the deep state power elite, and the substance sugar, which is one of the silent killers that used to control the masses. And here's the deep level. Llewellyn is a Christian. Remember, we heard it first. Llewellyn is a Christian. That's my decode, no conforming movie. It deals with hidden plain view truth. It deals with the deep state psychopathic power lead serial killers are symbolized, represented in the movie by Anton Chigurh. And Anton Chigurh is both a symbol of the deep state psychopathic power leads, the deep state Illuminati, and the substance sugar, which is silent weapon and silent killer. So basically, the deep state have an agenda and MO, a modus operandi. Criminal psychology, like as a field of psychology, applies to decoding and explain the world system. So something a lot of people are blind to is the fact that the deep state, psychopathic, power control served behind the scenes, they can Illuminati. They have an MO with a hard truth in plain view, which is why I have shown foreshadowing of the pandemic in pop culture, movies, and music videos before it happened, which I made videos showing foreshadowing of the 9/11 attacks before they happened, which is why I made videos decoding things relating to contemporary issues, like the deep state hiding in plain view the truth that they are using weapon, the sugar as a weapon. They got the masses eating a high sugar diet. Why? Because it makes them easy to control. And both the my two decodes of these movies, film to movie decodes, Django Unchained and No Control go hand in hand. They dovetail together. So they remember we heard it first. This type of stuff sooner or later is that people have an audience. Understand? It's like they had to work to keep from getting views because know this type of stuff that is attractive and interesting to people, and they can't get anywhere else. It's like I'm the person who decoded that movie. There's nobody else in the video telling you that that's in there. So that's the point. My decode kind of film a movie in less than 90 seconds. Anton Chigurh in the No Country for Me movie is a symbol. He represents the deep state psychopathic power lead serial killers. The deep state are psychopath serial killers, killed people, been a series of killings of them, serial killers, series of killings by these psychopathic people. You have to be psychopath to plan the mass murder of thousands of Americans on 9/11. Like, and then we use that crisis we create after murdering these people to start a war and de-Americanize America, take freedoms away for destructive, predatory, psychopathic uh, control. See? So, my decode no kind of film and movie, film theory, film analysis. Uh, no, Shigur symbolizes the deep state power leads as a person, and is also a symbol for substance sugar, that substance sugar, literally, which is one of the silent killer sound weapons. Sugar leads to heart attacks. Sugar kills. Sugar makes people fat. If you're fat, you're more likely to die. If a person is fat, they're more likely to die in the next decade than if they're slim. If they get thin, they're more likely to survive the next decade. So that's not a conspiracy theory. You can ask your doctor, say, if am I more likely to make it to 100 if I'm obese or not? And any doctor worth the salt will tell you you're more likely to make it to 100 if you're interested in longevity to not be obese. Okay, you might manage to work like all cause mortality. So sugar makes you fat, sugar leads to cavities. What I and Tom Lee will tell you is that heart attacks and strokes, there's a lot of people that died of heart attacks due to an infected tooth leaking bacteria that gets to the stomach causing heart attack. Tooth infection can lead to heart attacks. So, uh, my theory, my decode, and it's fact, not theory. Anti-sugar symbolizes, represents hidden plain view truth. The deep state power lead Illuminati controls her from behind the scenes. That have by design gathered masses to live the life you're a slave in. It's like the same people who can plug with our defense system. I'm like in the Matrix. I'm not the guy that they live with the glasses. The guy one that can see. Why? Because that's why I can make videos like this, talk about no kind of formal movie and Django Unchained and tell the hidden play truth because I can see it. Like the glasses in the daily movie. And that's also a type of person. Whereas most Christians, pastors, like end up being the they live sellout, like they sell out, that they do to their own, which obviously read about Raphael Collins other pastors. That's the point. Mike's out, no conforming with decode. Uh, Shigur symbolized the deep state power leads, the silent killer sugar, which they got the mass eating high sugar diet to understand. There's a lot of deaths here, and few people make it to 100 America because the deep state have succeeded in getting the masses eating high sugar diet. And the main agenda, as far as I'm concerned, is to keep people easy to control, like the Django Unchained movie on the plantation. Mr. Candy, the Django Unchained movie, is also a symbol of the deep state. They're like slave owners that work to control the masses and keep from getting free and run off the plantation. And notice how his identity is Mr. Candy is his name. And he offers people white cake in a certain scene. Sugar causes cavities, and a protagonist is like the solution to the evils of the slave owner. He rides into town on a buggy with a tooth on it, like a dentist's cart buggy, which I promise solution. Do you understand? That we got one that can see. That's my decode. That's my decode. So these two decodes I discovered as hidden plain view truth, words of the wise dog saying, because they have enough Bible verses and have enough intelligence, pattern recognition, recall, and Bible verses, I'm able to discern and find truth like this. So even a person with like a mediocre IQ and not good pattern recognition level and recall, if they just learned enough Bible verses, will be able to have a chance to be able to discern and see truths in whole movies. So part of my decodability boils down to having a lot of Bible verses memorized. So in short, both of these movies, Hidden Plain View, deal with the agenda by the deep state psychopathic Illuminati to have the mass eat a high sugar diet because that helps to keep them controlled. Sugar dulls your mind. It lowers man's testosterone. It makes you weaker. And it's just easy to control by the deep state to get you neutered, as it were, and tamed because they dumbed you down by eating high sugar diet and lowered your T and you're like mentally and physically fatigued, low energy, and you're like mentally like duller than you could be. So this by design. This rose talks about design up and competence, not by chance. So that's like the practical level, where it's like the nuts and bolts practical level. Both these movies deal with the Illuminati telling itself revealing the hand, revelation of the method. It's like we're keeping the masses easy to control by having them eat a high sugar diet. A deep level of the no conformity we decode is Llewellyn is a Christian. Okay, that's what I see. The movie shows Llewellyn being saved, getting saved, and then living as a Christian, being persecuted, doing hard as the soul of Christ, and all these other aspects. So that's basically boiled down. These movies deal with the deep state, psychopathic power elites. They've gotten the mass in a high sugar diet. As a result, few people make it to 100, and people are sick and easy to control, and they're not like a problem, like Django. He becomes a problem like Exile or the daily guy who need the Matrix. So, to finish up on that, all that to say is I've been talking about this for a long time. But this is an agenda to have the masses weak. That's why the deep state have got to eating a high sugar diet because it makes you weak mentally, okay, and easy to control, easy to deceive, duller. It's easy to control a dumb person than a smart person. If you take a person who's not really smart right now, but kind of mediocre, like you get them 5% dumb, but a little bit easy to control and deceive. See, so they got the mass eating high sugar diet, which is keeping them mentally dulled. Okay, so even if somebody's a smart person, they'll quit sugar to be smart. You see, if somebody's really dumb, they quit the sugar to be a little bit less dumb. See, so what else? Yeah, so I saw a video show up by a shelf dancer shilling for the vegan diet, Michelle, and the high carb. It's like, oh, they have like a lot of skit where it's a matter of like, do you restrict your carbohydrates? It's like, no, not for training days. That's my fuel source. Portals called plants crave. It's like carbohydrates help people crave. So, um, and it's like they made the argument. It's like, yeah, for energy and athletic performance and mental and physical energy, you need to eat carbohydrates. I haven't eaten for 30 hours. No carbs, okay, no nothing. I haven't eaten for 30 hours. I haven't slept for 30 hours. Does it look like you need to eat carbohydrates all the time to have energy? No, you do not. The issue is this: it takes time to become adapted, it takes time to get adjusted. There's an adjustment period where I'm not going to lie to you, oh, it's a piece of cake getting into intermittent fasting. It's hard. It's going to be more or less hard to get into OMAD keto fasting. If somebody would decide to get into OMAD keto fasting, I'm not even recommending people. I do it. But if somebody would decide to get into OMAD keto fasting, it's going to be hard to get into. Okay. If you get into OMAD keto, it's going to be hard to get into. Once you get into it, it's easy, smooth sailing. That's my experience. So when I do OMAD fasting, I don't go around being hungry all the time. It's like started getting into the fasting. Yeah, I was dealing with hunger cravings and battling hunger, but after getting adapted to it, sticking the course, it became easy, it's like smooth sailing. So there's a way to do omit fasting where you're not constantly around being hungry. Okay. And a way to make it easy to do omit fasting, eat once a day without having hunger cravings, is to eat low carb. So OMAD combined with keto, like you have a low carbohydrate OMAD meal, high fat, high protein. That's conducive to an easier time fasting. Okay. So uh, I'm not like insecure, so I can't like reference other people that make videos. If you're interested in OnlyFans, I actually recommend check out some Eric Pro videos. It has got some like 10-minute length, bite-sized pieces on OMAD fasting where he talks about OMAD fasting, the benefits and things like this. One of the ways, according to my research, benefits of OMAD fasting is you actually, as a man, raise your human growth hormone. HGH, which is something that bodybuilders inject into themselves because it helps you to grow stronger and bigger and things like this, muscles. So that's a natural biohacker way where people that are on fasting can see an increase in the human growth hormone. Like there's a certain amount of hours of fasting where you can see an increase in testosterone levels and human growth hormone, which can help you to maintain lean muscle and good athletic performance. And if you're trying to build, it's not impossible to be an OMAD bodybuilder, meaning somebody who does bodybuilding way, was like they're working to get bigger, 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 and they do bodybuilding that way. It's not impossible to be an OMAD bodybuilder and make gains because you're going to see an increase It's like the lower calorie intake and stuff can be somewhat compensated by the natural increase in human growth hormone and testosterone. So, if you're interested in Omad fast, you can search Dr. Berg Omad. I don't watch and like co-sign his whole channel. There's gonna be some things on his channel are problematic. But what some of the benefits from research the human growth hormone can be raised, which is something that the body must inject as a PED, like a drug, for benefit. So omega fast is a natural way to raise your human growth hormone levels, and I believe also testosterone. Where if you spend enough hours fasting, you can have your testosterone levels go up. So from my research on omega fasting, it can augment your hormones naturally, upregulate certain things. I won't be surprised if it lowers estrogen in men and raises testosterone. Another thing, researching sugar, according to my research, indications that sugar lowers testosterone in men and can raise testosterone in women, paradoxically. So no wonder you have so many hyper masculine women now. See? Because most people eat a high sugar diet. So that's a part why you have so many masculine women and feminine men. Because people have bad hormonal health. See? I've been teaching the truth. Anyways, the point. Uh, End of the day, update blog, double fasted. I've been fasting 30 hours at least, no eating, 30 hours, no sleeping. So I didn't sleep or eat for 30 plus hours. Piece of cake. Um, and I'll get ready to break my fast pretty soon. Okay. Let's see when I get to bed, get some rest. So I came close to throwing the towel today. It's not an update. Close doesn't count. I've been really irate recently. I got really pissed and got in a real mood. I haven't been like this upset and irate for a long time. I got really upset to a point where I got to like, you know what? I think I go to the liquor store, buy a bottle of alcohol, and I committed to 4 years sober, 7 months on drop alcohol, and I committed to like a 4 year sober. And I got to the point that was like, screwed, I'm going to get a bottle of alcohol. But you know what? I ended up not doing it. So at the end of the day, uh, I didn't do it. So still, sober life continued. Okay, it's I came close, but close doesn't count. Almost doesn't count. Like if you're committed to, I'm gonna train for every day, and every day I'm damned, I'm not going to gym today. But then I'm doing it. It doesn't count. So I played around with the idea and ended up not acting on it. I came real close. I got dressed. I was sitting where everything, and eventually I ended up not going to the liquor store. So, update on that. If you watch my previous videos, talk about possibly quitting the sober period. No, I'm staying on it. I didn't break it. So, what else? I've seen that I privatized a lot of streams, Decode Entertainment, podcast, and maybe I play over this as maybe I should like go more pro. I've seen Vegan Gains has a format where he goes live, and every time he goes live right after, he switches it to uh, members only, which means sometimes I see him go like it's like the sidebar he's live right now, and I click tune in for about watch what he's doing, and maybe leave a comment or so too, and get going. But if I check back the next day, it's like always if I go to the channel, like there's no videos you can watch without being a member, like live streams. All his past live streams, he puts them when he's done doing a live stream, he goes clicks members only. And so it's only watchable live. And once he starts being live, the video is only viewable to members only. People are paid subscribers to his channel. Possibly I should do something like that. Privatize streams, make more of a habit of it. Go live, privatize it, and then I don't know, give it to my wife and tell make it Patreon, put these past stream workouts there, and people have to pay a subscription there to watch or something like this. I don't know. And that wouldn't be bad. It's like I'm a man provider. If I can have my wife make some money somehow, that would be good. So anyway, support. End of the day, I fasted for 20 plus hours. Didn't sleep for, to be precise, more than 30 hours. Didn't sleep, didn't eat. So that proves to you people, oh, you need to eat carbohydrates. That's chilling for the deep state. The deep state want the masses eating high sugar diet because it keeps you dumber and weaker. The deeps, they want you weak and dumbed down. They want men to have low T and IQs. I'll take man. If Tom Levy hadn't pissed me off and irked me with some of his videos, I believe he could have been a quality guest on my podcast, okay? Now, unfortunately, he got me the wrong way too many times with some tertiary uh, behavior issues, being like a problem solver. So it's like, whatever his point, it's like, well, okay, I don't expect it to accept the invitation. I don't expect to send one. Here's the point. Uh, I remember something that showed some promise when Tom Lee was like, somebody asked him on the podcast, something to the tune of this, paraphrasing. He's like, why do you think everybody's so unhealthy and ignorant about this and that? And it was like, well, because it's like there's an agenda to have people unhealthy or something like this. It looked like, oh, this guy showed some promise of being a little bit less matrix system controlled than the average person, very least. Do you understand? To be modest in my assessment there. Now, there can be a game place. There's a point. Tom Levy, I recommended to get saved. I made a video once. I spent like 3 hours preaching the gospel to Tom Levy, okay? He's like, this is the level of person. He's like, enough is now. I'm going to make a video of Tom Levy gets saved. That's been like 3 hours to run stream preaching the gospel, stuff like this. So, is that whatever? Here's the point. If Tom Levy could get saved and start playing for the Saints, that'd be great, I understand. So, nice point. All the king's horses, all the king's men. Tom Levy might be knowing a lot about mitigating inflammation, oxidative stress. But he's got a problem. He's headed for eternal inflammation. His body will be perpetually, continually targeted with a high degree of oxidative stress, literally inflammation, flames. He'll be in flames, okay, being destroyed, conscious living torment, lest he believes the gospel. So I wouldn't mind preaching the gospel. Tom Lee, I hope to find Tom Lee would need wants a guy like, hey, Mike, I'd like to hear you preach the gospel. I got some questions. I wouldn't mind answering a question or two. Okay. If Tom Lee wants to ask a question or two about his soul and how to go to heaven, if he didn't get that issue, I wouldn't mind uh, giving like a free consultation. You answer a question or two. I got an email on Instagram. Tommy sends me an email. Want to ask a question or two about things I've been teaching my life streams. I wouldn't mind giving you an answer, okay? Like, it's like, don't send like 60 questions with bad grammar like you're a retarded drunk teenager or something like this. It's like, if Tom Levy writes with acceptable grammar, decent grammar, proper punctuation, he capitalizes my name in the email. It's like, greetings, Michael. Somebody said, I expect my name to be capitalized, and then he will hold himself to the rules of like grammar, okay? It's like if Tom Levy sends me an email, he's going to be like, hi, Mike. H are you doing? No question mark in that sentence. I feel like this guy's just jacking my shit. It's like he knows it. It's like he knows better than that. Okay. So it's like, what is the point? Tom Levy gets saved. Okay, we'll get this to the chant. Get saved. Tom, get saved. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Tom Levy has got to go to the lake of fire unless he gets saved. Okay, get saved, Tom. There's no other way. No other way. So, I'd like to take the moment to glorify God a little bit, brag on the Lord Jesus. Come on now. Say it, okay. Can you get amen on that? Amen, anybody? Come on now. Okay, someone should be on the floor praising the Lord right now. I got some for this. The raised upon the southern pigeon. There's a one. What about this? There's a point. Truly, God's power has been manifest in my life. I've been persecuted for 10 plus years, taught physically and psychologically with secret persecution program, and I remain strong, fit, and healthy by baseline. Did you know that only 1 in 25,000 men above 35 years old have six-pack abs? And it's hard for men above 35 to have six-pack abs. It takes discipline. It takes uh, the hormonal health being not super bad. It takes some things. And I'm 36, ripped with a six pack. So I count that my six pack over fast guy. That sounds crazy. Yeah, it's rare to have a six pack. It's a good thing to have. It takes not being super unhealthy. I've been told with the program work to make me unhealthy, talking about health and harassment things it is. So if and when I go off the strike, that right now I haven't been, I've gone on a strike where like, I'm done preaching the gospel and making videos work to reach Christians and help them for a while. If when I go off the strike, um, possibly get back to teaching some things about God's help, fitness, wisdom, things like this. And I might get into the habit of privatizing my stream after I finish them and figure out a way to get monetized, to monetize it. If and when YouTube lets me know, Mike, you're ready for monetization, you can apply for it. Maybe out of just a curiosity, I hit the button and see how long the monetization would stick or something like this. I would guess it's the first live stream I get demonetized. Anyway, support. End of the day, double fasted vlog. I'll stop being double fasted after the end of the live stream. I'm gonna prepare my fast bacon meal and get some rest. It doesn't necessarily mean sleeping, but I lay down and take it easy for a while, maybe sleep within 6 hours. So you don't need carbohydrates all the time. Don't believe the shields start working. Here's the thing: Mike Israel is a shield. Michelle from China is a shield. Both of these people shield for the high carb diet, but like sugar is not that bad. Mike Israel says. Some people say sugar is bad for you. Bullshit, it's not that bad. See, that's a shield. The deep state won't eat a high sugar diet. I've said that Mike Israel is a shield. Are you surprised to see shield behavior from him? They'll be calling me and spoken the truth about him. So, Mike has said, Mike said, there's a deep state agenda to have a mass eating high sugar diet. Mike says Mike Israel is a shield. Mike Israel teller comes out and goes, sugar is not really bad, okay? It's not that bad. Which is exactly what you would expect from a shield in the deep state. And yeah, it's like, oh, another thing that sharpens your mind according to studies, creatine has some benefits. And Mike said, yeah, creatine, you don't need that much, don't take too much. It's pointless, don't do creatine only. Just take a little bit of creatine, that type of stuff. See? So, and here's the thing with Greg Doucette and Mike Israel, it's like WWE wrestling, where it's like false conflicts. It's like this year versus that year. It'd be like WWE wrestling. It's like you have the deep state symbolized by Vince McMahon, and then you have the Undertaker and Hulk Hogan. It's like these guys hate each other. Guys gotta keep their work for each other, gotta kill each other for this. When in reality, they both say, okay, you punch me, I act like I'm hurt, I go at you like this, and it's like I let that you like this to not hurt you for this. And they're both on the same team while pretending to be like against each other. That's part of the game too, a false dichotomy, where the pup on the left versus the pup on the right. It's like, oh, you vote for Trump or Biden, and here's the deep state limit, okay? It's like, you vote for Trump or Biden. Oh, Biden. It's like, and here's the guy's like, okay, Biden, he's going to talk about deep state. And the next puppet is it's Trump. So it doesn't matter, left, right, wing, two wings of the same bird. So the deep state control influencers. That's the truth. I'm not doing any favors by covering that up. The deep state controls influencers, major influencers, podcasters, people in every community, especially major voices. So you should be suspicious of anything from Christian pastors to podcasts to vegan influencers to bodybuilders, people in general health fitness community. A lot of people are controlled by the deep state. So I'm aiming to end this around 30 minutes. So I will not be that too long. End of the day vlog. Finishing up, summarizing some decode I was talking about previously in this podcast right now. Subscribe to me on Rumble. Critical Mass Mike on Rumble. If you don't want to miss out, I dropped the link to my Rumble and I dropped the link to my wife's PayPal. So donations are welcome. not required, okay? And can be sent to this PayPal now up in the chat there. So the first link in the chat is to my Rumble. The second link is to my wife's PayPal. So thanks to God, I'm still alive, strong, fit, and healthy, all things considered, despite everything I've been through. And God willing, God willing, I'll be able to make some major moves and major waves in this world. Right now, I'm on a gospel strike. 2 a.m. tomorrow, this strike period finishes. And we'll see if I'll be back to share the gospel at that point. So, double fasted training. Everything I did today was fasted. See, not people say you need to carbohydrates for energy. I was training today. I was producing content, doing things that require mental, physical energy, and I've been very productive. And I didn't eat since waking up, so I'm living proof that you don't need to eat carbohydrates all the time. So, in short, summarizing it, Mike Israel is a shield, Michelle from China is a shield. Both of them are shield for the high carb, high sugar diet. That I told you all this is this part of the agenda. There's some things, if I did get Tom Davis, I guess, to my podcast, one of the things I'd like to discuss with him is colloidal silver as a substance. Also, flash niacin. I'd like to talk about nebulizers. Okay. Talk about colloidal silver, flash niacin, and nebulizers. What else I'd like to talk about? Heavy metal chelation. That's not a topic I like to bring him as a consult. Talk to him about heavy metal chelation, like his thoughts on heavy metal chelation. Like, do it yourself detox on heavy metals. The topic of chelation generally. And uh, yeah, there's another supplement. I'm not recommending this. Here's another supplement that I've been looking into. Methylene blue. Okay. Here's a joke. Get ready, people. Liver King is all meth, no iodine blue. Okay. Yeah, he had a video with Joe Rogan. I can't get bite your head off for this call on the ground like a spider. I can't bite your head off. It's like people say like he's all meth. And it's like Liver King is all meth, no iodine blue. And it's all these things that I didn't really look into seriously. I was kind of ignoring it, and just think about vitamin C. Eventually, I started looking into methylene blue, and it doesn't actually have meth in it. That's a joke, okay? And it's interesting to as a research topic to look into methylene blue. And yeah, um, what else? Here's the thing: Ben Asadi. I've been giving a grace period. I'm not going after him for a while. Okay, that's like don't get comfortable, man. But it's like this Ben Asadi guy. He had Tom Levy on as a guest. Where it's like, oh, that it makes him less of a worthless shell than most shells if he is a shell. Okay. So here's another thing. Do you feel like you hear this out there? Do you feel like all the harassment, cyberstalking has led to myself having lower confidence? No, that's not improvement. I've been not just talking to talk. I've been thriving. I have just been surviving. It's like I used to be so anxious and awkward and tense and nervous on camera all the time. And then using discipline to keep doing it. And slowly over time, there's a big gradual improvement. But now I have a lot of hours per day where I'm not tense and nervous. Where I used to have social anxiety, like be a lot of time tense and nervous and like awkward on camera. And it's gotten easier and easier over time, so but surely. Now a lot of times where I'm more confident, I'm more my self-esteem, my confidence. I have more. I'm more confident in my videos. But I used to have a problem for a while. I was like, it's like I'm too nervous and tense and awkward. So there's a kind of angsty. So that's another improvement. Thank God, improvement. What supplements will I take after I finish my OMED meal? L-theanine, ashwagandha, omega-3 fish oil, probiotics, digestive enzymes, vitamin D3, K2, niacinamide, B3, um, ALA, alpha-lipoic acid, then there's some of the usual stuff in B complex, quite possible. So once I discovered supplementation and learned about proper supplementation, I never turned back. Okay, he's like, I never turn back. As long as I have the ability to buy supplements and take them, I keep doing it. It's a game changer. So that's could be the video. 36 minutes. Another day, another victory. This is like, it's good I mentioned this because it might be unrelated when people think, oh, this coach is different. Like they go on for it. He just has discipline, fast 10 hours every day. Does this, the idea watch porn once for 7 months. I heard him talk about that. Quit alcohol for 7 months. I guess it's just easy. No, today I came close. I felt like, you know what, I'm breaking my promise. I'm playing out with the idea to get back to drinking. To like choose to fail. Okay, 7 months into the 4 year sober. And I came close and I was to the point where I gotta get in my shoes. So I gotta go buy liquor and alcohol. You know what? I didn't. So, discipline that you need it when it's hard. This 7 months sober, not drink alcohol, it has to be like constant feel like drinking, and I hold myself back. It's been like I got tired of it. I forgot about it. I got this acquired taste, and then it wasn't till today where I got in a certain mood where it's like, you know what, go buy whiskey and get drunk, and but whatever. So I didn't do it. So that's good on the video. Uh, this is my wife's PayPal link in the chat there, and send the donations. Why don't you? Feel free to send donations. It's not required, uh, and there's nothing promised if people send donations. I will do this or that, but it's like people can send donations. They're welcome. Let's go bring the video. Maybe I will wait until I get a donation until I preach the gospel again. We'll see what we do. Let's go bring the video. You're watching Mike Saha live on YouTube. If you're watching this, you're the resistance.